Have you played Planetside 2 before? Or other large-scale first-person shooter games? Have you been disappointed by new game releases over the last 2 years? If you say yes to either of those questions, you'll want to pay special attention to the new roadmap that Rogue Planet Games released today on the direction that Planetside 2 is moving toward throughout this year. This is the first roadmap the game has seen in well over 5 years, and upon first review, it seems to address many of the things players like myself and players of the genre at large have been asking for a long time. Without further ado, let's dive in. The 2022 roadmap for Planetside 2 is broken up into 3 distinct sections based on release date. The first section is for the game updates coming between now and April. This obviously includes Planetside 2's first new continent in over 7 years, a chain of islands named Oshur. Oshur is live and being played on as we speak, but is and will continue to constantly receive small adjustments to improve the experience. In addition to Oshur, however, there are huge updates to the actual weapons available to soldiers on Araxis. Weapons will be tweaked, particularly ones that have historically been used less, and new attachments will be available. This is very exciting. While few weapons in the game are vastly better than the other options, and this is to curtail any pay-to-win accusations, and the game does so well, there are weapons that everyone just sort of doesn't use, typically due to it being only strong in very niche scenarios and too weak in common ones. It seems like a win-win situation for both new and old players, as well as the monetization of the game to bring those weapons up to par in performance. I am a little concerned, however, about the new grenades and mines that are also coming in the beginning portion of this year, since any new cheese or explosives combined with poor server performance makes me wary at all times. However, I am optimistic that these new grenades, at the very least, should be centered around classes specifically, and that existing class-specific grenades are more geared towards team play or support roles rather than just killing things in annoying ways. The main thing to take away when it comes to altering weapons and explosives and tools for players is to look at the interactions between players and make sure that they are trending toward a more positive net outcome for all involved. As an example, being killed by a carbine naturally gives a small positive feeling for the one killing and a small negative feeling for the one dying to that person. It's a normal weapon. The same person killing someone with something cheesy, such as a thumper with infernal ammo or a brick of C4, is all of a sudden going to have a different magnitude positive feeling, either more positive or less positive for the one killing, but meanwhile the one dying is inherently going to have a more negative adverse effect. This thinking is why cheesy items in Planetside 2 need their value balance between the uniqueness and adding to the feeling of a sandbox and the actual experience, that net effect on the player group it's affecting. I believe that core pillar of thought is very important for infantry design in general, but it certainly applies with tweaking entire arsenals. Enough of that though. Additionally, we are going to see new black market weapons, the ones purchasable with A7 currency obtained through missions, as well as a black market weapons directive line with a presumed awesome reward at the end of it. For vehicles in the beginning of the year, we are going to get Empire-specific all-arounder top machine guns to help replace the Basilisks to give some faction flair. We'll get more into vehicle changes in the other 2 portions of the year later on in the video. NSO outfits will finally be able to align with home factions, not just NSO players themselves, which is a nice addition for those players. Now, 2 really big things that are happening toward the end of April, however, are modernization of the user interface and a new Codex system. I imagine these 2 updates will coincide and be heavily related to one another. More in-game tutorial material has been long proven to benefit the game and been requested for a very long time. And I know I've harped on the necessity to continue providing help to new players. I imagine this will be a broken down wiki integrated into the game's UI of some sort with updated information and tips, which is awesome. Now, in past years, all of that would be what the team was able to accomplish in a year, maybe a year and a half even, but that was just only 4 months. Between the months of May and August, we see even more major changes. First and foremost, Outfit Wars is back, and from the looks of it, better than ever. For those unaware, Outfit Wars is a formalized competitive tournament where an outfit, known as a guild in other games, from each faction vie over small single capture point relic bases. Every 10 seconds you own a relic, you get a point, and the first to 750 points wins the match. The first major change is that Outfit Wars is now moving from Desolation to the Nexus Battle Island, a frosty competitive landscape that was developed long ago but abandoned to never see the light of live servers. From the pictures being shown now, this place is going to look epic for Outfit Wars, and I cannot wait to get in and test out how the lattice system plays out. I think it'll be good to have a battle island that bridges the gap between the chaos of live continents and the sterile competitive environment that Desolation fosters. It would be interesting to see if they end up using both continents for Outfit Wars, since I think it would be cool to have preparations for each match. Nevertheless, this landscape is going to look beautiful and alive compared to the rather muted appearance of Desolation. Probably even larger changes to Outfit Wars, though, are the capabilities for both 1v1 and same faction matches. These were the two largest requests from the Alpha 3 cycle of Outfit Wars. 1v1 provides a truly competitive format, and some of the best faction rivalries aren't among enemy factions, but outfits within the same faction. Now, those aren't the only outfit-specific changes to come this year, so stick around until the end of the video for the last third of the year where we really expand on what it means to be in an outfit. Also, coming in the middle portion of this year is a new Naval vehicle that will be available to all, in addition to expanded use of weapons underwater and more aquatic areas on older continents. Ladies and gentle Planetmans, after almost 10 long years, we are finally getting aquatic warfare in the world's most massive scale shooter. Not only that, but in the summer, we will be able to gift Daybreak Cash, the currency used to buy cosmetics in-game, to our friends, something requested since the game's release in 2012. Additionally, squads themselves, the game session mechanism for organized play, will receive a pass not only to their UI, but also their abilities for what can be accomplished by a group of players. One of the most exciting additions here will be the addition of Garrison squads, or squads that are formed based on proximity and are fluid, tied to only 1 or 2 base captures. So much of Planetside 2's past and present inability to keep players sticking around stems from great solo players not wanting to go through the effort to help them, and being a sandbox game resulting in those same players mindlessly farming the ever-living shit out of the green crops that just drop potted onto war-torn Araxes. Now with Garrison squads, I can imagine it being easier than ever for those objective-focused 3KD heavies to rally the troops using something other than proximity chat to direct them away from the common choke points and towards a path to the objective that isn't as difficult to take. Just imagine spawning at a tech plant defense and being able to take those wide-eyed and bushy-tailed children on a field trip, not up to grinders or rabbit hole where they can get mowed down mercilessly by brain-dead scatter cannons, but through the bottom to the left elevator, up to the mid-level, and onto the balcony where they actually stand a fighting chance. I really believe that a change like this, if implemented properly, will have a huge effect on how Planetside 2, the game, is played for years to come. Finally, we've only just now reached the part of the roadmap that focuses on September through December. The first thing I'll mention are new Empire-specific cannons for tanks, the Prowler for TR, Magrider for VS, Vanguard for NC, Chimera for NSO, and Lightning for all. No details on these yet, but you can never have enough Empire-specific vehicle weaponry in my opinion. The rest of the stuff touches on outfits. First is an update to war assets and outfit-related currencies, those being merit and loyalty. The current UI for assets is pretty clunky on the map, and some of the tools afforded to outfits, namely orbital strikes, always come up. So I'm looking forward to changes there. Merit and loyalty have always been pretty convoluted in terms of the difference between the two, so perhaps we'll see the two combined for simplicity's sake and some new tools to equip to our loadouts in the form of tactical items. Bigger than those two outfit changes though are outfit alliance capabilities for the first time ever, and continent lock contribution statistics for different outfits. These are huge for equalizing the playing field between large and small outfits' abilities to grow and attract new players. New players will be able to see which outfits to join if they want to cap continents or improve at the game easily for once. and those outfits will be able to join arms and host plenty of platoons throughout each week to really get new players up and over that hump that is Planetside 2's massive learning curve. Probably the silliest addition this year will be Outfit Bastion Cosmetics. It would be cool to use this as a massive cert sync that members can collectively contribute towards, but nevertheless, I am looking forward to a massive whale horn on a Bastion coming to a continent near you. Seriously though, it appears that the role of Bastions in general, huge warships flying in the sky that require tons of resources to craft, will be reworked into the gameplay loop of alerts, which is great to hear. Of course, with Planetside 2's 10th anniversary coming up at the end of the year and all these massive updates coming our way, we've got a bit of a tease lined up. In my mind, this is the year they've got to hit it out of the park consistently. The past 2 years have been great for Planetside 2, make no mistake, but they've focused on flashy new gameplay elements and systems, many of which have divided the player base. I view this roadmap as being their honest attempt to address as many core systems and concerns the community has expressed over the last 3 years to best set up the game for a comeback after 10 long years. And the time could not be better, with AAA studios seemingly incapable of releasing a finished product and gamers looking elsewhere, particularly in the FPS genre more recently. All in all, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the new update, both from existing, but especially new players or players of other games. What is most exciting to you? What most concerns you with the new roadmap? I look forward to hearing your opinions down below in the comment section. If you are interested in hearing more of my thoughts around the game and what it needs most in 2022, I'll link my thoughts for meta changes up above now, and then some other videos on what I think for both immediate changes and ones to market the game more at the end of this video, so dive in to watch more. As a reminder, remember to subscribe here on YouTube, as a majority of you have yet to, and catch me on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern to chat about all things Planetside. Link in the description below. Until next time, I'll catch you on Araxis.